Hi everybody, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. This vlog is about the necessities for baby and keeping it minimal. I really like to keep things minimal and clutter-free as possible. There's Leah. And so in some of my other videos I speak about that, and I just thought I would do one with baby stuff because being our fourth child, we actually have less room than we ever have. And I know with my first, I had way too much stuff. And with each child, I've tried to keep it more and more simple. It just keeps life a little bit less stressful and just easier. So that's what works for me. And I hope you find this video useful. I will say I am, my hair's a mess. I'm not wearing makeup because since filming this video, I have had baby. And so life is busy and I'm just trying to catch up on a lot of my vlogs and editing and stuff like that. So as you can see, I'm working hard to complete videos and catch up. Anyway, enough talking and we'll get right to the video. Everything baby needs is gonna fit right here in this wardrobe with room to spare. It's the Pax wardrobe. I love it and I'm obsessed with it. I have another vlog that talks all about the Pax wardrobe and how I've used it to really create a lot more space and storage in our home. So if you want to check it out, I'll link it in the description. Okay, so we'll kind of just start at the top and work our way down randomly. This here is a really handy bather. It has adjustments to raise it up or raise it lower depending on age and size. And I just really love it for travel and even at home. I use it in the tub once the baby's a little bit bigger than newborn, and I just really like it. It's really handy. This keeps the baby warm in the car seat, in the colder months without, having to use blankets. It's not really a necessity, especially if you want to keep it minimal, but it was a baby shower gift and it does come in handy. This also isn't really necessary, but I really just wanted to have this to keep track of her photos as she grows. This is a cute blankie that was a gift from my sister. And over here is a diaper bag. I have another one that I use, but this one I just have as an extra. It's handy when we go away on like a vacation or camping and we need to pack a little bit more for baby and the one diaper bag doesn't do it, then it's good to have like a second one. Behind that, I just have a toy that all my kids really enjoyed, so I just kind of kept it over the years. And then over here beside that, I have a bin of other toys that I didn't really get rid of because I just found them useful for each child. So I have just some of the classics that I consider like staples of toys, some sentimental ones that they enjoyed, and I just wanted to pass on to each one of them. This one's pretty neat, it's got the shapes and the letters and helps them to learn, and there's no really reason to like get rid of toys that are useful if you're gonna have more kids. So got the classic phone that I used to play with, and just some other stuff like this goes to her playmat. Yeah, just some little toys that I just really didn't want to get rid of because I remember my kids really enjoying them. This right here is like probably the 80s, maybe even before. I don't know where I got it from, but I've had it since my 17-year-old was a baby, and I don't know, it's just a keeper. Alright, so up above the toys I have a baby carrier. It's the Baby Bjorn. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's a decent carrier, I think, but I really don't use carriers very much. I feel like carriers are just really dependent on mom, baby, daddy situations. You might need it when you're shopping, if you need to push the shopping cart and you can't put the car seat in the shopping cart and stuff like that. So it just really depends. Or over here on the hooks, you can see I really don't have a lot of clothing. Right now, this is just stuff that I put that isn't washed because it's stuff that I've gotten as gifts or bought and, it's too big for her and stuff. Over here, I have just her bath towels, and I only have two. One for when in use and one in case the other one is in the wash. This is a play mat, and I really find these really helpful. They can play and learn, and my kids have always enjoyed them, and it's kept them occupied. Down here is a baby bath, and I like these ones because it has like a slanted back. It's grooved, so it's really good for when they're newborns. Babies can be really like slippery and stuff, and like no, for real, they can be like slippery, and it's just hard like when they're really tiny and you gotta hold their neck up. So this kind is really helpful. For diapers and wipes, I only bought one box of Pampers Swaddlers Newborn and a box of wipes. The rest were gifts, and I think in total we have about 2 boxes of each size, give or take, size newborn, 1 and 2. And it's really not good to stock up on diapers and just buy them as you need them because they're not in each size for very long. Over here I have her bathing supplies, so washcloths, baby wash, baby lotion, stuff like that. This here is a suction. I'm not sure even what they're called, but it's for their nose in case they get congested. I think I've only used it with 1 out of the 4 babies, but it's a useful thing to have. And here's a medicine dropper, also pretty useful in case you lose the ones that come in the box with the medication when you buy it. This is a really cool, I guess you could call it a pump. It's called the Haka. And yeah, it's just really useful for your letdown when you're breastfeeding so you don't waste the milk. You can Google it for more information, but it's a really cool thing. And then this here is the Medela pump, and I found that this worked really well too for pumping. This is a container for formula because sometimes I use formula when I need a break or if I'm going out and I have a babysitter, and it's really good to hold your formula in instead of bringing like a big container or a Ziploc bag. And then here I just have 1 bottle, just a little one, and it's the Nuck brand because that's the kind that my other kids favored, as well as the soothers that they used was Nuck. I try to keep them both the same, for the soother and the bottle, the same brand. These are some milk storage bags that I probably won't use because I haven't used them with any other of my kids, but I bought them just in case. All right, so here's the clothing. This is literally all the clothing I have other than what you saw hung up. I have a few sleepers, about 6 to 8, and same with onesies, around the same amount, give or take. And a lot of these are just from my other girls. I didn't really have to buy new, but I did just because, like just a few things, because I always like them to have something new for themselves. And then for outfits, I really don't have a lot because when they're little, I just usually keep them in the sleepers or in the onesies, but occasionally I'll put them in an outfit. What I love about baby clothes is that some of them can stay in style for so long. I bought this 17 years ago at Old Navy, and all 3 of my girls have worn it. I bought it for Kayla, and then Leah wore it, and Carly wore it, just like a lot of the clothes that I have. I love that. And also, since filming this, I actually do have a lot more clothes than I showed you because people, gift, and when I include the gifts, I really have way more than I actually even need. And in this second drawer here, I keep her diapers and some wipes. And then I have some diaper cream, and it doesn't really matter, name brand, it's the same ingredient. So just a little tip there, save your money and buy the cheaper one. I find they all work the same. And then this bin here, I have some hats and the scratch mitts and stuff like that. And over here, I have a bin of socks. And in this bin, I just have some shoes. And all of these shoes, I wouldn't have even bothered to buy, if I didn't already have them, but they're from my girls. If it was like my first child and I was trying to keep it minimal, I would just not even buy those, and I would kind of buy those sorts of things like as needed. And this here is just like one of those laundry nets or laundry, I don't know what they're called, like a laundry sack, and they're really handy for when you have little small socks or bows or anything tiny that can get stuck and clogged in your washer or dryer. Here in the bottom drawer, I don't have much. I have a couple of, I guess they're called breastfeeding slings. And yeah, those are handy. And then I have some soother clips because my kids were always losing their soothers and that can get expensive. And I have some breast pads that I never really use except for maybe the very beginning, like the first couple weeks. And some lanolin cream, which is for like dry cracked nipples if you need them. It's good to have just in case. Then I have some washcloths, extra ones, other than the ones that I had above over there, which I don't really need too many of those, but I have it just in case. And then these are some bows and hair things that I had from my girls that I just decided to keep instead of buying, new ones. And down here, it's a sleeper that you put on your bed if you want to co-sleep safely, and it can come in really handy. Okay, so that is almost the extent of everything I have for baby. I have a couple other things in storage that I'll mention in a second, but here is her bassinet. And underneath the bassinet, it comes with these 2 little bins. So in one bin, I keep some extra blankets. I have, 4 of them. And then in the other bin, I keep beside my night table, and I'll hold a water bottle, I'll hold some extra diapers and some wipes, anything that I need so that I don't have to keep getting up in the middle of the night, and it's just all right there. I'll show you the 2 other things that I have out of storage and ready for when she comes that I find really handy. And that is this bouncer. It turns on and it has like a rumble vibration kind of thing, sort of like mimics like a car ride or something like that, and it helps to keep them calm. And then it also bounces. especially when they get older and they start kicking, they can bounce themselves and stuff like that. And my kids love this. It occupies them for a long period of time. And then I also have a Bumbo, so she won't be using this until probably like 5 months or so, but maybe 5-6 months. But it's also really handy. They just sit in it, and it helps them to sit upright, and I just find it really useful. Okay guys, so those are my baby essentials. And if you wanted to keep things very minimal, then I hope this video helps you out. I do have other essential baby items, such as like a stroller, a car seat, and a high chair, an exerciser, and stuff like that. But these are the things that you'll really need like in the beginning. And yeah, I just really hope that you found this video useful. Please like and subscribe if you did, and be sure to check out more videos.